Friends, in this video we will look at the support vector machines, which is a machine learning algorithm for which can be used for both classification and regression problems. And how it works is it creates a hyperplane in a high dimension space that separates the data points. It identifies the classes among the data and draws a hyperplane between them and also the supporting vectors for that hyperplane in order to make the classification more clear. Now, in the cases where the straight lines can be used for separating the data points, linear SVM is used. But in cases where the classes are not linearly separable, we make use of the non-linear classifiers based on the functions like radial basis, etc. So now, as we can look in this diagram, the black line represents the line separating the data points, and the crosses in the red represent the support vectors, which can be drawn in order to help in identifying the classes even more clearly. So SVM, linear and non-linear, both are possible, as we have already discussed. Then SVM for classification, for example, the problem of iris flower categorization, in which there are different classes of flowers and they are identified on the basis of the petal and sepal dimensions. Then for regression, and we can use SVM for predicting the house prices based on the size, location, etc. Now we come to the SVM libraries, that Python libraries that can be used for implementing the SVM classification. So for this we have the sklearn package, and in this we have the SVM package, and we import the SVC class from this and we will create objects of this. So let us look at some coding that will help us understanding this better. So first we are using NumPy for creating an array, and we are using matplotlib for plotting the data. Then we are importing the sklearn SVM, and from this we are importing the SVC for implementing the SVM classifier. Then we are importing the make classification function, which will help us in generating some synthetic data for implementation of SVC. So as we can see here, X and Y are getting generated using synthetic data generator make classification. So 100 data points will be generated with two features and two classes. After that, we are calling the SVC object with the kernel specified as linear. Then we are using the model.fit function on X and Y, which we generated synthetically. And after that, we can also divide our data into training and testing. If you do not know how to do this, you can refer to a previous video of mine. And after that, we can fit the model, and then we can test also on any given points that how the model is performing. So for using the SVM classifier, these are the functions which will help you in understanding how to implement SVM in the Python. I hope this video is helpful to you. Thank you very much for watching.